With progressive steps towards a democratic process now underway, government will now lay out certain requirements that aspiring candidates will need to fulfill before the 2014 elections. The composition of parliament and the establishment of political parties will also be under scrutiny. As Myron Williams reports, while the constitutional process may be a fully participatory course, this will also be a time to set the criteria for politicians to represent fellow Fijians in Parliament.
With around 16 political parties in the country, some functioning, others defunct, questions are now being raised about the requirements for the establishment of political parties for the upcoming national elections. Transparency will no doubt be one primary requirement for the formulation of such parties.
So it is imperative that we ensure that the whole registration of political parties needs to be modernized and revamped. And that's some of the areas that we'll be looking at in the next few months also.
Those considering contesting the next polls should also be prepared for a whole set of comprehensive requirements.
With all due respect to some of the past former members of parliament, some of them could not even string 5 sentences together. How will they be able to articulate and contribute to debates that are of critical national importance?
And the Attorney General has come out strongly questioning Unionist Felix Anthony's comments of reinventing the wheel with the drafting of a new constitution.
And I received a phone call from Felix Anthony, and I put the phone on speaker because I was writing. And I remember saying to the 2 gentlemen in the room with me, say, let's see what he says. She said, well, AG, what had to happen has happened. Don't worry, we're here to support you. These things need to happen, and we've got to look towards the future. Words to that effect. I can have those 2 gentlemen swear an affidavit to that effect.
Syed Qayyum claims the Unionist is now changing his tone.
The very same Felix Anthony, when he was no longer in the FNPF board, suddenly talks about how the Constitution should not be abrogated. Suddenly talks about how the 1997 Constitution must be brought back.
Myron Williams, Fiji One News.